Hey guys, my name is Omani Sinkar and I recently just started MMA. I actually had my first training a couple of days ago. So here's what happened. Funny story. So I was working out by the gym and I happened to meet up with some friends, some guys who are practicing martial arts, some taekwondo. I was like, hey, what martial art do you actually like practice? And they were like MMA. And I was like, from the moment I was like super interested because backstory, like 8 years ago I was into karate and I did that maybe for like 3 years. So kind of a background as far as in fighting, and so we trained a bit with those guys and they actually invited me to come over by their dojo, and once I went there it was epic. It was both brutal and epic because what I witnessed was they were preparing for sparring for like a tournament, and they were sparring like those three rounds, 3 minutes each fights. And the best part was that it was just different. The first thing that I noticed was how brutal it was. So the rules were quite simple. Apparently, according to what I understood, was 3 minutes each round. You either tap out or get knocked out. And the fighting. So these guys were fighting with like a boxing stance, but they're also willing to go down on the ground and basically I've never actually fought on the ground, and it was kind of brutal. Like it was full-on contact as far as the punches and kicking and everything goes. It was wild. And grappling, like I'm not familiar with grappling or anything like that, so it was a bit more intimidating on my part, seeing guys go on the ground and actually struggle for like minutes on end of just like fighting and whatnot. And the craziest part was that most of these guys are doing two things at once, three acts. So they are doing MMA, and there's also like a taekwondo gym over there. So they're also doing taekwondo and they're also doing boxing. So it kind of made like, I was like, okay, I want to join, but it means that I'll also have to level up in a big way because I haven't trained in over 8 years. But yeah, my physique is good right now because I still work out, but I haven't been training for like a very long time. And the plan was, okay, how do I level up to that extent? And for the past maybe like 2 weeks, I've just been working out, going to the basics of what I used to do, which was karate. And right now I recently got a course when I don't know if this is crazy or something, but I decided to teach myself capoera, and it's been amazing. I thought it was going to be harder than it is, but the only thing that I had to learn was like maybe the jinga and some other movements. But as far as the kicks and everything, like I was able to bring in from my past martial art experiences into this new art, and it's been really, really amazing. My first day training MMA, it was crazy. I got choked out. So the first thing I learned was a rear neck choke. I think that's what they call it. And the way they did it was, we did it for an hour, so we kept choking each other. So the way he did was like it started out from a standing position, and so you had to like grip your opponent with both hands from the front. You had their back, both your hands gripped firmly like this, and from this position you actually had to lift them up. And while falling on your back, you had to do a rear neck choke, and which was quite simple. This and your head goes there. But I realized that it was more painful if you actually use like a karate choke like this, and it was different. It was actually different, and I found it really interesting, intriguing, getting to see how other people train. And I also got to experience like the other night I also joined up for taekwondo, so I got to see them train and them doing katas, and the similarities between karate and taekwondo are just like they had similar stances, and the kicks were just done slightly different. And since like karate is like Japanese origin, so I mean the names are different from with taekwondo, which is like more Korean. Yeah, so the names were different, but the moves were kind of like I could see the translation. Okay, like most of the moves I saw were somewhat familiar to things I've already seen. And just the way they kicked and executed certain moves, that was like the main difference. And also like I had the more standing up stance, and that was kind of epic. So they're also preparing for like a grading, and I got to see them doing katas. I don't know I can't remember what the name is, what they call them in taekwondo, but they're not katas. There's a P word in it, can't remember. But it's been epic. And recently also joined up with the gym where I work out from. There's guys who compete in pro boxing. So recently I've also been doing a lot of cardio with them, and it's really crazy. So what I recently did is I surrounded myself with people who do the things that I love. So when I'm working out, mostly I'm working out alone, but I'm also working out alongside people who are bodybuilders also competing. When I'm working out like boxing, I'm also training with guys who are also doing the same thing on a professional level. I mean, like it's different because you get to see the drive on like how people are determined and focus on trying to actually achieve what they really want to do, and that kind of just rubs off. It kind of like pushes you want to do more. And most of these guys who I'm seeing who are like fighters and are actually exceeding in what they're doing, the guys who do what they need to do without actually being pushed, and they just go through with what they are supposed to do. Because like right now my routine is kind of different because I'm waking up around 4 and 5 a.m. I start off 5:30 I'm by the gym. By around 7 hours, by 7 hours I've done all my lifting. 7 to 8 I'm doing a bit of martial art, and recently, like today right now, I've got an MMA class, and it starts around 18 to 20, but because of work I'll be there around 19 to 20, and I'm really hyped. And I feel like this is more hands-on. Like everything is practical with MMA. It's different from like where we had to like train a bit, and it felt more like conditioning really, because my first day we kept getting choked out. I was just practicing a rear neck grip, a rear neck choke, and it was really awesome because you're not only learning something but you're also getting to practice it. So it kind of had a lot of like real world applications, and that was really epic. And thank you guys for taking the time to start with me on this journey, and it's gonna get crazier and crazier. I'm gonna show you some moves, maybe show you some stuff in the dojo as I begin to progress. Yeah, and my name is Omar. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and until next time, peace.